Welcome to Beyond the Illusion. Before you continue, please listen carefully. This audio is not an introduction to the philosophy. It is a reminder. If you have not attended a physical or online Dhamma session, or if you have not read the main Beyond the Illusion philosophy book, please pause this audio now. Without that foundation, this reflection may create confusion rather than clarity. This message is designed only for those who already understand the map. Take a moment to confirm that within yourself. If you are continuing, this is a reminder of what you have already seen. At some point, you encountered a different kind of wisdom. Not motivational, not comforting, but confronting. You may have felt surprised, perhaps even disturbed. A question may have appeared in your mind. Have I been living in a dream world? This question is not weakness. It is the beginning of investigation. From childhood until now, life has been driven through 6 doors: sight, sound, smell, taste, body sensation, thought. Every day, without delay, stimulation enters through these doors, and the mind reacts automatically, wanting what is pleasant, resisting what is unpleasant, ignoring what is neutral. This automatic reaction is so constant that we rarely notice it. We assume the outer world is responsible for our satisfaction or our suffering. But according to the main philosophy, the outer world is neutral. The suffering does not come from what is seen or heard. It comes from mental fabrication, attachment, greed, aversion, delusion. These reactions create a private world inside the mind, and we live inside that private world while believing it is reality. This is the default human error. It is not personal failure. It is conditioning. No nationality, no culture, no religion escapes this pattern. All human beings are exposed to stimulation. All human beings build mental stories around it, and most never question it. From another perspective, it is rare, very rare, to encounter a teaching that points directly to this pattern. Most of humanity moves in the same direction, chasing stimulation, repeating habits, searching for satisfaction outside. Very few pause and examine the mechanism itself. To hear this kind of Dhamma is not ordinary luck. It is the beginning of wisdom. Wisdom is not information. It is the recognition that something fundamental has been misunderstood. When this understanding begins to develop, it does not feel like comfort. It feels deeper, sometimes unsettling, because it reveals how long the mind has been moving automatically. But depth is no danger. Depth is clarity. And the spiritual friend did not tell you to suppress anything. He did not say, stop your addictions, stop your desires, escape the world. Instead, he said, if you have an addiction, try it fully. Observe carefully. See whether it truly satisfies you. This invitation creates curiosity, not obedience. Curiosity, because when examined honestly, no stimulation has ever given permanent fulfillment. Not once. So, the investigation begins. Not by belief, not by fear, but by direct observation. Test this for yourself. When desire arises, follow it if you choose. But watch carefully. Does it end the restlessness? Or does it create another movement? When irritation arises, express it if you must. But observe, does it bring peace? Or does it strengthen the pattern? This path is not about restriction. It is about understanding. And understanding dissolves illusion naturally. The outer world remains neutral. The suffering is in the mental fabrication built around it. See this clearly, again and again, and gradually something shifts, not because you force change, but because truth, when seen deeply, reorganizes the mind. You may remember how this insight felt when you first heard it. There may have been confusion, even resistance, but also recognition. Because if you look honestly, have you ever been permanently satisfied through stimulation alone? Even when desire is fulfilled, the mind searches again. Even after achievement, something feels incomplete. This cycle is not a mistake in the world. It is a misunderstanding inside the mind. In the past, You may have experienced temporary calm through meditation retreats or quiet environments. But once you return to stimulation, the old patterns continued. This is the key point. The problem is not stimulation itself. Stimulation is the teacher. The real practice begins not in silence, but in the middle of daily life. When sight appears, observe the reaction. When sound appears, observe the reaction. When praise appears, observe the reaction. When blame appears, observe the reaction. The practice is not to stop the world. It is to see clearly how the mind builds suffering, and to test this for yourself. Do not believe these words. Examine your direct experience. When attachment arises, notice it. When irritation arises, notice it. When craving arises, notice it. And ask quietly, is the suffering coming from the world or from my reaction to it? This investigation is the path, not blind belief, not fantasy spirituality. Careful observation. If you apply this in the coming days and weeks, you will begin to see small changes. Not dramatic transformation, but subtle freedom. More space between stimulus and reaction. More awareness inside daily activity. And gradually, less dependence on stimulation for happiness. This is not about escaping life. It is about understanding life correctly. The outer world remains neutral, but your relationship to it can change. Continue to investigate. Continue to test. Clarity grows through direct seeing. This is a reminder. After what you have heard, gently observe your daily stimulation. Do not force changes and take it relax the process and enjoy your life with notice of stimulation. Just observe how sight, sound, thought, and feeling move your mind. See how reaction builds. See how attachment forms. Let this observation continue in daily life. If you wish to understand this more practically and in order, follow the path carefully. First, begin with, before you activate Kundalini power. This book is not about awakening energy. It is about stability. It explains why chasing powerful spiritual experiences without correcting mental fabrication can create imbalance. It prepares the foundation. Next, continue with the main Beyond the Illusion Philosophy book. This is where the deeper explanation is given. It carefully explains stimulation, attachment, mental construction, and the neutral nature of the outer world. It gives the full map. After understanding the philosophy, move to Beyond the Illusion, the practical guide. Here you apply the wisdom daily. Exercises to observe reaction. Exercises to examine craving. Exercises to break automatic patterns. This is where observation becomes skill. Finally, when your relationship to stimulation becomes clearer, move to Beyond the Illusion, the meditation book. Now meditation is no longer an escape. Now you sit with correct understanding. At this stage, the mind is not running blindly towards stimulation. It is more stable, more mature. Meditation becomes natural, and happiness is not chased. It becomes quiet and steady. Follow the books in order. Do not rush. Understanding must mature. This is the path.